Hey, what's going on YouTube? Excuse me. This is Chaos-Reighn here. Today I am basically going to post the update of my Hollow Palm self-chill raider. I currently have a farming method that I've been practicing and been doing in the standard, and I've posted many videos about it and kind of showed you, how good it is, how valuable it is, profitable, so on and so forth. And as such, I am going to be basically covering this method once again and showing how to do it on a bit of a budget after you've already farmed a little bit of the tier 1 map farming methods and stuff like that to get yourself, rounded out. So I will be going over the individual costs of things and kind of give you a outlook on what you can expect. Now, as you know, I have been making a pretty decent sizable amount of currency due to my prophecies. I actually sold all of my twice enchanteds, and I sold pretty much all of the Kintsuris, all four of them except for one, and I only have these left and a couple other things left. And most of my currency went into my heist locker the currency that I had before and set aside. And I did this for a couple of reasons. First of all, I wanted to kind of buy out something to kind of show that, hey, look, this is going to be an investment, but I'm not going to really be doing these contracts right away. Eventually I'll get to them, but first I'm going to be grinding tier 1 to tier 5 maps, basically white maps, until I get to a certain point. So now I will go over my farming method. Now this is a low budget, low cost farming method for this area. I currently am using Nemesis 3 currency, so I have spent a couple of exalts on some sextants, and I have a couple of these watchstones which I have spent 10 chaos each watchstone to buy. And these watchstones I spent about 15 to 20 chaos each and about maybe no more than 100 alts to roll the ones I rolled here, which is one of them has 5% chance to drop, no, sorry, 0.6% chance that alts drops as full stacks, and the last one is the rare monsters have a chance to drop an additional basic currency. So, and then I have these and all the profits from this. This is my current exalt count and chaos, everything like that. All the profits from this have been going back into the farming methods and back into pushing more value, so on and so forth. As I said, I started with 200 chaos into the prophecies and stuff like that, and I have a lot more. I did end up spending all of my other exalts on filling up my tab full of contracts and blueprints and getting markers, and I did buy a couple of things here and there for my build. Currently I have I think I've showed you, I have a Glare, a Demise, Death's Opus. I think is just going to be a sideline bow. I kind of want to use the Glare so I can have a far shot build still. I have my 4 Note of the Wind cards for my Song of Sakima to get the SNS chant. And we have pretty much everything we need to basically start pushing for raw currency to start coming in. Now, I have been getting a little lucky. I got this from a ritual and one of these from a ritual. And when they sell, it's another decent amount of change. When these sell, it's another decent amount of change. As soon as I get a sell, I'm going to buy my first Awakened Gem for the build. My first Awakened Gem is going to be LE damage with attack because it's the most expensive. And I'm going to try and make my second one that too, so I can get both of them out of the way. More than likely, what I'll probably do is get a Awakened Gems for my single target first, and then use non-Awakened Gems for my, my non-single target for the time being, and just use it for my clear. Doesn't really need a lot, as you know. iShot doesn't have any kind of issues clearing whatsoever, so I don't need to worry about too much about investing into that. Now, I have found a little bit of regrets, and these will go a long way. I still have regrets from my last pull, but I'm trying to not do anything else with this currency. I have already spent all my exalts. I had started with 30, worked my way down, and after buying some gear, after getting a bunch of contracts, blueprints, and markers, which I have the markers here, and then I also end up spending some of the currency I made on these, and these are going to be basically what I'm going to show you. As you know, the Harbinger farming method is extremely valuable, very viable to make a lot of currency quick, and there's a lot of people that, swear by it, so on and so forth. These may not be the optimal way to run it. There is an optimal way to run it, but I am not exactly sure what this optimal way is. Off the top of my head, I will say that there's a lot of fun to be had in doing this method, and you don't have to do a whole lot to invest into it tier 1. Obviously, this isn't a I'm gonna start the league and buy all these watchstones and just do it right away session. I will show you. I only have these 4 points done, so I started in this area essentially. I got my points done. After I got my points done, I just said I don't need to go any further. My Awakener level is still 5, but the actual Awakener level, I'm still only about 2. I haven't fought Cyrus yet. I only have 90 of 164 in my completion, just so you can kind of see what kind of value I can get from doing this. I still don't have my Middle of the Atlas unlocked, which is going to be my next goal after I finish these 6 maps. I say 6 because I have one more Nemesis 3 currency rolled, and after I run that Nemesis 3 currency along with the along with the 6 winged scarabs I have here, I'm going to switch my focus and use some of that currency to buy 4 more watchstones and show you the next area's farming method. And if I can from there make a pretty good profit quick enough, I will then move on to the next area, so on and so forth, trying to give you a variety of ways to make a lot of currency quick. So this method is going to be less about farming prophecies. As you know, I've been farming prophecies, but I'm a bit burnt out on that. I have quad tabs full of them, and now I have to find ways to get rid of them, and I have creative ways, but excuse me. but it gets old quick. I only have 92 coins left, and have since stopped trying to buy more coins. And without further ado, let's go ahead and put our map in and get to showing you showing you a little bit about this. So it looks like we have 2 free crafts, and I think this is from our harvest, which is cool. That means we don't pay anything for our Harbinger craft. We are again doing a tier 1 map. We are using a winged Harbinger scarab and 3 fragments for more quantity. And we have our 2 gold watchstones and 2 silver watchstones. And the gold ones are 10C a piece. We're not using increased effective modifiers on maps or anything like that. We're using a tier 1 map, so we don't need to have +1 level. But yeah, let's go ahead and run this T1 map for you guys, and so you can kind of see for yourself what kind of value this holds. Now, the biggest difference I will say between this method and my exotic goods method is that this method requires a lot more looting, so your time per map is a lot more. This is why I didn't want to sit there and spend even more exalts on sextants and currency like that until I got even a better setup. I just wanted to use it as a means to an end for now, because as I said, my league start is technically still right now. I haven't really done a whole lot in league. I've been in standard having fun, trying to figure out farming methods for this league and helping out people, so on and so forth, that I know in standard. But as such, I got left behind a little bit in standard or in league, so I decided I wanted to do league using these methods to show you firsthand how good, how good some of these methods are at getting builds created. Now, obviously, I could have probably sat there and bought a lot of my stuff as far as the Awakened gems, and I could have been pretty close to done, but what I wanted to really do is I wanted to kind of show you, hey, look, just because you can just take and buy everything and be done, sometimes it's better to take an investment outlook and invest your currency into farming methods such as this, so you can get even more currency out of it. And as such, we are going to be basically just spinning through everything and murdering everything in one hit, because this is, again, tier 1 map. I don't really have to worry about anything. There's not a lot of things that can kill you on a tier 1 map. So we're going to do this Alva real quick, because Alva pauses the fog for you. Just quickly do this Alva. Now what I'll probably do is I will show you basically what it looks like when you're doing the map, as far as what to expect, and then I will end the recording and go ahead and look at looting after that, just so you guys can kind of see, you know, hey, this is what you can expect by doing this, even if you start it as a not necessarily league start standpoint, but you can start it as, hey, this is my second kind of investment. As soon as I'm done doing silver coins and making some profit off of silver coins, I can get it this way. Now I would show you some things as far as flipping in market or playing market, being a hideout warrior as they call it, but I truly hate flipping, and I hate playing market. It's boring to me. It's not playing the game. I prefer to do things by, you know, actually playing the game. Oops, forgot I'll loot later. As you see, there is a lot of stuff, a lot of enemies that are over here. It's unfortunate, but Harbingers do not pause the fog, so if you do get a big pack, you're just going to have to bite your tongue and move past it for a second, you know, until the fog is done. That's usually what I do. So let's see. Oh, you guys need to die, please. Thank you. Ruin. And of course, one of the biggest things about being on a tier 1 map is that even the ultimatums are literally nothing but a joke to you. You can, you know, if you're not doing a super juiced out build or anything like that, or, you know, you're still going to be okay. Ultimatums are easy, and they pay out a lot too, because after all the enemies die and get the rewards for the ultimatum, you also get the loot explosion at the end, which gives you even more. As you see, I have like 100+ kills when I have that soul buff or whatever it is. Steal souls and become big and beefy. Looks like one of my things popped. Okay. I don't have projectiles, so sure. Looks like our fog is ending, which is okay. We can come back for it. For now, we just want to turn off our loot. Kill as many things as we can. Hopefully we encounter the big harbingers. Last time we encountered 2 in our last map. I'm hoping to counter at least the same amount. Get some good currency rolling in. I do have alvas in here, so those will count towards a little extra. And here's what I mean by the big harbinger. Basically all we do is we stand in the middle of it, cyclone, in a circle. And after I kill everything, I will show you what it looks like. Just so you can kind of see what to expect. Alright, there you go. And from the looks of it, we only had one Super Harbinger. I don't know how much more of the map I have left, though. I'll loot on my way back. That's what I usually do. Alright. More Harbingers? Ah, we got another big one. Here we go. Let me get out so I've stopped desyncing and then I go back in. There we go. First Exalted. Oh, we died. Looks like we got another Super Harbinger as well. Well, all in all, we paid about a couple Exalteds raw for some Sextants, and paid a bunch of Chaos, obviously, for the rest. I actually only bought about, I think it was 200 at 4 Exalts for Sextants, and I still have 100 left, and I have a bunch of Watchstones that are rolled and ready. As I said, I'm not super optimized on it. I am still at a league start standpoint, so it's just kind of just to show you. Excuse me, I'm gonna have to end this video right now, and hopefully hopefully this video has been helpful. Sorry about that last little cough. I had to clear my lungs out. I do appreciate you guys joining me, and I hope that these videos are beneficial to you guys. I hope that they do help you in accomplishing your goals to make your characters at a quick pace and not get stuck or get locked behind a wall. Obviously, this whole um, this whole experiment that I'm doing in T1 to 5 maps, it's going to be as faithful as I can make it. I'm not going to be putting any kind of anything into my calculations. I'm only going to be putting any kind of investment that I have initially put into this, which is currently about 10-15x, and as you can see, I've made well more than that. I haven't touched any of my gear. My gear has literally not been touched. My tree hasn't been touched or anything like that, because I want to kind of show you that everything I have, everything I make, everything I find is going to be put towards entirely pure profit. So if you guys if you guys have any questions about my farming methods, please feel free to ask away. I will answer honestly. And if you have any advice, tips, tricks, or anything like that, go ahead and comment them. I do appreciate you guys joining me here yet again, and if this video and any of my other videos were helpful for you, please feel free to like and subscribe. And please like, because liking is how my videos get around and how people get to know me. I officially am on the YouTube's algorithm for not having to type in POE into my name, which is amazing to me. I'm at 90+ subscribers, so I do appreciate everyone joining me for my videos, and everyone that is commenting on my videos and is requesting things. I will get to your request eventually, but I don't really play too much on weekends when my wife is home. So I tend to play at the end of the day or like an hour a day just so I can record my videos. Today, this has been about, I think, an hour and a half, but I haven't been playing the whole hour and a half. I made one video to give you a rundown, and then I made this video to give you basically the experience of what I'm doing. And as I said, I don't want you to be sitting around as I sit here and loot a whole map, because that's going to take me like 20 minutes, or maybe a little less because I run really fast. But yeah, without further ado, this has been Chaos-Reighn. I do hope that this method has helped you, and I hope that my methods in the future will continue to help you and get you a whole bunch of currency and a whole bunch of just overall value to your builds and make it so you can build your builds at very cheap, very inexpensive rates. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Chaos.